Geminis, how we doing? I hope we're doing well. Welcome to Just on Tarot. I'm Jess. All right, sorry for the lateness on the June monthlies. I've had a lot going on. New job, kids graduating, wedding anniversary, all the shindigs. So just trying to figure out time and balance issue. But hopefully we're back on track. All right, Geminis. This is going to be your monthly read of June. Take what resonates, leave the rest. It's cool. It's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All right. And we're going to ask a question. What do we have for Geminis for this month? All right. How can I safeguard what is sacred to me? Meadowlark. Protect. So maybe there's something that we're needing to protect. Those things that we hold close to us. I'm going to read out of the book. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not very good at it, so bear with me. Ooh, that lion. There we go. Love it. All right. The need to protect is an integral part of being alive. I think Aries got this too. When Meadowlark lands, watch and learn. This songbird knows how to marshal her assets in defense of a new life. Nesting on the ground is a vulnerable proposition, exposing Meadowlark and her family to skunk, coyote, and snake, among things. Her ingenuity is protecting her nest, includes choosing dense areas, employing methods of concealment. Of course, Meadowlark's habits are not sure-proof. Death is inevitable. Some of her young survive, some don't. If the goal was avoiding failure, loss, or disappointment, why lay eggs in the first place? And yet she does, usually 2 broods in a season. Meadowlark reminds us that there's a worse fate, never trying in the first place or giving up altogether. She teaches us to protect our aliveness instead of shielding ourselves from life experience. Your dreams, aspirations, goals, and hopes are worthy of your care and attention, no matter what it takes. What do you want? What do you want to outlast you? This is especially important during the vulnerable early stages. Meadowlark's advice may be to hold something close to your chest for now as it gestates. Not everyone is worthy of intimacy with what you're bringing into being. Honor it by setting boundaries, defending against outside threats, and using your instincts to protect with tenderness so that you can grow it. So definitely maybe setting some boundaries with yourself this month. You know, protecting your own energy. You know, you might check out the Aries read. So there might be something in there. All right. I think it was the Aries read. I don't know. All right. What do we have for Geminis? We have the 3 of Wands. It's like kind of waiting for those ships to come in. He's like quietly drinking his tea, watching that river. You know, maybe looking for other opportunities. You know, maybe not really feeling very abundant right now. You know, maybe we're taking a dive in our finances at the moment. Feeling a little unbalanced and ungrounded. Oh, I got the Hermit with the 8 of Swords. The Moon and the Star. The Magician, your energy. Alright. And the Empress. Oh. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. I feel like what you want to do is you want to build something solid and stable that you can be proud of with that victory card here. The 6 of Wands. So it's like, I want this solid, something stable, and I want to be victorious in it. But I feel like, you know, kind of like all the options you have around there is, or maybe you're actually just going out and playing, and it's kind of got you doing like a emotional tidal wave with that 7 of Cups. You're probably gonna hear my 5-year-old sneeze. Bless you. But it also can say that, like, you're so focused on the choices, on the opportunities ahead, that maybe you're missing out on some of the joy or celebration you have in your life. And I feel like you need to take some kind of pause, a break, maybe look at things a little bit differently. So we have the 3 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles in reverse for kind of like your first week. It's like maybe your money's kind of out of whack. It's out of balance. You feel like it's not really coming in. And you're taking a chance to look at new opportunities, or you're looking at new opportunities to get you out of some kind of financial bind. And it's kind of putting you, like, pulling back your energy and definitely leaving you a little wrapped in your head. So I feel like also if you take that blindfold off, you can kind of see things a little bit more clearly. So you have the moon and the star into like kind of the 3rd week of June. And it's kind of like everything's kind of uncertain. But there's also kind of a healing energy. I feel like this is also kind of like figuring out your emotions, kind of healing from the things that are hidden and the fears, and allowing yourself to kind of push through those. And then you have, towards the end of the month, you have the Magician and the Empress. And I love that. It's like using all the tools in the world, or that the universe is giving you, to create something, to nurture it, to maybe nurture yourself type of energy. And I really, really like that. So definitely maybe a time to look at other options, especially when it comes to finances. Okay. You know, maybe sit with yourself a little bit in order to work through all the mental jingle that you got going on up there. And it kind of allows you to kind of process some of the fear or the unknown space that you're working with, and kind of like heal through it, which allows you to like be that magician and kind of put you in a nurturing. And I feel like that's kind of what you're protecting right now, is like your own energy. All right, what's the advice for Geminis? Okay, we have Judgment, Page of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. This might be protecting yourself from a relationship. And all these love cards back here. Ace of Cups and the 9 of Cups. I feel like the more you open your heart and the more you open toward loving things, loving maybe just life in general, loving other people, loving yourself, and that's, you move towards that, there's definitely celebrations to be had, and it definitely clears out the mind a lot. You know, the 4 of Wands with the Ace of Swords kind of tells me is like, if you go out and have fun a little bit, don't overspend, but go out and have fun, and at least start to enjoy life. It definitely clears any kind of mental blocks that you have. You know, but the first step is just opening up and maybe allowing some love towards yourself. So we have the Judgment Call, apparently. All right. The Page of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. I feel like you've made some kind of judgment call. just because I said that. I feel like you're just kind of letting go. Like, you had the idea, you planted something, you know, that could be solid and structured. And this is about, like, putting the message into it. The page is about messages, but it's really also about growth. And it's a innocent approach to something. And then once you let go, and I feel like you start making innocent approaches to something, grounding approaches, it allows you to maybe love yourself a little bit more. But it's going to take work. That Three of Pentacles there. All right. I'm going to give you one more. Take the journey. Man, just take the journey. All right. Let me get you some spirit messages. All right. So what do we have for Gemini? The beautiful Gemini. I love the sound of these cards when they shuffle. It sounds like denim rubbing on denim. Penguin. It's so pretty. I like it. The period of darkness that you've been experiencing is now passing. And we have Shark. Trust your instincts to discern the truth about a situation. All right, take that however it resonates. But definitely, I feel like whatever has been like you've experienced to get you to this point is starting to shift. So I love that for you, Geminis. All right, guys, you guys have a great day. Thanks.